I'm Phiona Bizzu, Miss Uganda 2012. But prior to that, I was living in an orphanage called Good Shepherd's Fold in Mukono. I joined the orphanage when I was about 6 years old after my parents perished in a terrible motor accident. And living in the orphanage was a bit of both worlds. It was wonderful, it was challenging, and it took me a while to adjust. Considering I had been my mother's favorite, I missed her so much. So despite having foster moms, she still had to look after 13 to 18 other young girls. One of the other challenges growing up in the orphanage was having to learn to live with very different characters of people from all over Uganda. But I believe it has prepared me for this right now. Another thing is, our voices weren't exactly heard. My sister and I left the orphanage. We were resettled when I was about 14 years, and we went to live with our church guardians. But unfortunately, his wife passed on and he remarried, so we had to fend for ourselves. So fortunately for us, when our parents passed, there was an accident compensation. So we were using that money for school fees, upkeep, and for our rent. But it was two young girls out in the world on their own, trying to find a way. And that was until A-level, when I came to Kampala, and here we are. While in my A-level, I was told that if I didn't get a government scholarship, that would be the end of school for me, because the fund was running dry and the sponsors we had at the orphanage stayed at the orphanage. So I had to work really hard, and thank God I got a government scholarship for university so that, you know, the rest of the money could be used for my other siblings who were in medical school. One of the major challenges I faced after the orphanage was on a personal level. Our guardian moved to the US with his wife. The next of kin we had was all the way in Lira. And so as a young lady, you need some support. So that was the thing, that was one of my major challenges. I did not know where to run. So, of course, along the way, you could mess up. Living on your own can teach you to have a backbone. You know, you have to become stronger, you have to become more flexible, and above all, you have to be smart and compassionate, because if you lose the compassionate bit of you, the world is in trouble. And for the young caregivers who are transitioning into independent living, you got this. I mean, I could do it. I could go to university on government. I could become Miss Uganda. And right now, I'm working with Child's Eye so that, you know, you have a good future too. Keep your faith strong. Let your voice be heard. And no matter what you do, be your own person. Do not let somebody try to derail you off the track of the path you're trying to pave for your future.